Hello. I don't know if you can tell, but from my little setup here, I really enjoy tea, and I really do enjoy it tea time. And the thing that makes the tea time great is a little nibbly, a little snickety snack. What better way to have a snickety snack than bake your own snickety snack? How many times can I say snickety snack? Watch me. I can say it a lot. So for this segment, I wanted it to be a little snack with your cup of tea. Today, we're gonna be making English muffins. I'm the first to agree with you. They're not the thing you gravitate towards in the supermarket. It's like the afterthought in the back of the bread aisle. I understand, I get it. You're going to think, why haven't I gotten into English muffins before? Because you haven't baked your own English muffins before. If you did get into the sourdough thing, then you have a sourdough starter and you're like, I can't possibly bake this much sourdough bread every week. If you're like me, you realize how expensive that discard be and you do not want to throw it away. Because honestly, I had to buy spelt flour and I'm like, you know how many supermarkets I had to go to find spelt flour? A lot. It was like $4 for like this much flour. It was like this much flour. And so instead of throwing that beautiful starter away, I just put it in a bowl in my fridge and slowly collected it. Kind of like you collect hopes and dreams. I collected sourdough starter. I was on the hunt for a good sourdough discard recipe and I think I found it. Let's get into this. Excuse me while I chop this off.
Alright, so the first thing we need to do is measure out all of our dry ingredients. I'm not going to go on a rant about the metric system, but come on, it's so much better when you're baking. Anyways, you're going to need 25 grams of sugar, 1 tablespoon of dry active yeast, 227 grams of sourdough starter, 843 grams of flour, 56 grams of dry milk, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 4 tablespoons of butter at room temperature. I don't always pull my butter out in time, so I do this thing where I put it in the microwave and have melted in half solid. It's not proper, but it did the job. By the way, all the ingredients and instructions are going to be in the description below. Mix all your ingredients together and add 454 grams of warm water. Mix until combined and not too sticky, and let it sit for 1.5 hours. While that's rising, let's have a little chat.
I also happen to like baking. I get bored very easily, so I need to be thoroughly entertained and I have to be doing something at all times. Usually I have a TV show on and then I'm like doing something. Like Criminal Minds and then sewing. And then I have like a period piece on, you know, Pride and Prejudice or Anna Karenina or something like that. And then I'm baking. Or now I'm probably gonna get into woodworking because what else is there to do?
After it has risen, take it out onto a floured countertop and let it sit for another 5 minutes to let that gluten develop. Split the dough in half and begin the rolling process. Make sure you thoroughly flour your dough so you don't have any stickage. And I used a cup because I don't have a rolling pin. Roll the dough a 1/2 inch thick and begin cutting it out. I didn't have any circular cookie cutters, so I had to use the cup again. So once again, 2 for action in the works. I also wanted to play around with the size, so I used a mug afterwards. It totally depends on what you want out of an English muffin. Sprinkle your baking pan with semolina flour or cornmeal and place all of the English muffins on the pan. Top with more semolina. Once again, we're gonna let this rise for another 45 minutes. Preheat your oven to 350 and start heating up your pan without oil. Once it is ready, start putting on all of the English muffins. The goal is golden brown. Since we are finishing it off in the oven, we don't have to worry about the centers being fully cooked. Once they are golden, flip. Don't worry if the side doesn't look all cute and English muffin-y yet. The next side will be super cool, I promise. Once the other side is golden brown, flip and place back onto the baking sheet and put into the oven at 350 degrees for 5 additional minutes. This is how we cook the inside and make sure it tastes yummy. I'm pretty sure this is like the easiest recipe out there with sourdough in it. And that's it, you're done.
So thank
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the recipe and you could follow along. It's super easy, and I promise you it is a really good payoff. Throw those babies in the freezer and then like put them in the microwave for 15 seconds, whenever you're ready, and then toast them, and you've got a brand new English muffin that you freshly baked. Have one of those things that you can hold above your friends now and say like, hey, I bake my own English muffins, what can you do? And the best thing is, it's like so simple, so easy. Hopefully I'll continue this series. This is like for my baking needs. I wish you luck. Cheers!